I remember getting my first phone at 14 with a slide-out keyboard and a limit of about 200 texts a month. Now, at age 10, kids get literal supercomputers that can access all kinds of information and media in the blink of an eye. However, this modern convenience does come with the potential to encounter a lot of harmful content or dangerous individuals on the internet. While the thought of my kids on a smartphone without any limits is the stuff of nightmares, I don't have the time or energy to constantly be looking over their shoulders, nor is it healthy. Thankfully, I found Bark, a parental control software that gives parents like me agency and peace of mind in this digital age. This tool has been great for monitoring my kids' online activities while still giving them the freedom to use all the apps and websites that they need to study, relax, and stay in touch with their friends and family. Before we dive in, let's be clear. This is a review of Bark's applications as a parental monitoring software. It's perfectly fine to install Bark on your child's mobile device if they're under 18. However, for those who might be tempted to conduct impromptu espionage, I must stress that it is illegal to install software on another adult's phone without their consent. With that in mind, if you're interested in trying Bark for your household, check out the affiliate link that's down in the description. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get a bit of a discount which isn't available when you sign up directly through their website. Okay, so Bark was founded in 2015 by Brian Basin, a tech executive and father who has authored a book on digital parenting and works extensively with schools. He's taken his knowledge and experience and put it towards developing a tool for digital era parents that gives you the ability to monitor content, manage screen time, and filter websites using AI-powered software that gives you automatic updates on what your child is up to. With most parental control apps, a common pain point arises at the installation stage where you often have to root or jailbreak the target device to install the software, and this voids the manufacturer's warranty. So what I like about Bark is that none of that is needed to install the app. Once you subscribe to a plan, you're given an easy to follow guide that walks you through the installation process. You also get lots of tips and advice on how to talk to your child about parental controls, which was also a nice resource. Setup time can vary depending on how many social media accounts and apps that your kid uses. And for this review, I tried installation on my 13-year-old's Android and my own iPhone for a comparison. Getting set up on the iOS device was a bit more difficult because you had to connect your device to the computer to complete the process. But with Android phones, you'll use a combination of in-device settings and Google Family Link, which is an app that allows you to view your child's smartphone activity, though it doesn't filter content. Bark has a power-based portal and a nice mobile app that you can use to set limits and monitor alerts. You can customize screen time schedules, get location check-ins and alerts, and view app usage reports while having your choice between push, text, or email notifications. If Bark AI's monitoring software flags an issue, you get to see what's been said and take the appropriate action, but otherwise, your kid has the discretion to operate how they please within the limits of what you've set, and it's highly encouraged to involve them in the process. Don't just do it without telling them anything. Now, how you're able to utilize Bark app really depends on what subscription plan you choose. So let's take a look at their offers and how much they cost. Their entry-level product is called Bark Junior. This will run you $5 a month. As the name suggests, this is designed for younger kids who are not yet into social media and texting. While Bark Junior lets you manage screen time, filter websites, and know your child's whereabouts with location alerts, check-ins, it does not have the power to access Bark's full monitoring power. My kid is 13, and at that age, he's exploring social media and texting with his friends, so I opted for the Bark Premium plan because it includes message monitoring and parental alerts. Bark Premium is a phone app that starts at $14 a month, but you can save quite a bit if you pay for the whole year up front. That'll bring it down to about $100 a year for a Bark Premium subscription and $50 for Bark Junior. With Bark Premium, you can monitor texts, apps, social media, and web searches for flagged content. So you'll get an alert about any issues related to bullying, drugs, and an extensive list of other unsafe content categories. Another option to consider is Bark Home, which costs $6 a month and comes in the form of a small device that you plug directly into your router. It uses Bark's internet parental controls to manage screen time and filter websites on all of the internet connected devices in your house, like gaming consoles, TVs, and so on and so forth. And I'll just quickly mention that Bark also offers a phone you can get for your kids for $40 a month, and that comes preloaded with Bark software. So if you're a technophobe or think thinking about getting a starter phone for one of your kids, this is a great solution because there is no installation needed and your child can learn to use a phone with healthy boundaries in place. It's also not one of those old ugly flip phones with big antennas, so they'll fit right in carrying a modern and affordable device while you have the peace of mind that comes with having Bark's protection. And again, if you like what you're hearing and want to try Bark for yourself, check out the affiliate link that I left down in the description below. You've got nothing to lose because remember, if you sign up through the link, you can get a discount that you wouldn't be able to get if you went right to their website. Okay, so what kind of parental control features can you expect? Like I said, Bark uses a comprehensive AI algorithm to review the content on your child's phone and social media accounts, and you receive alerts about potentially harmful activities on those devices and accounts, but you get to decide for yourself what's harmful and what's acceptable. And if you're someone who doesn't wince at a bit of swearing but wants to know if there's any talk about drugs, you can personalize your account to alert you according to your unique parenting style. You can manage screen time using your family rules and based on your kids' age, schedule, and needs. For apps that Bark doesn't currently monitor, you have the flexibility to block them entirely or set limits on access. You also have the ability to block individual sites like adult-oriented websites, you know what I mean, or even entire categories like that kind of content or gambling or something like that, and you'll get instantly alerted if your child tries to access any blocked sites. For me, the most powerful and crucial feature is location sharing, which Bark provides with GPS-powered real-time location tracking. I also like the check-in feature that your kids can use to proactively send their location to you at any time, so you get an instant notification of exactly where they are. So how does Bark stack up against other parental control apps on the market? Well, I've also tried Aura, and you can see that review by following the link that I left down in the description, which does have some advantages over Bark in my opinion. Though Bark has more flexible screen time settings, Aura features more comprehensive control measures, and some parents might prefer how much of a holistic view of information Aura provides about their kids' online activity rather than the simple alerts generated by Bark when they encounter harmful content. Aura also has more thorough customer support compared to automated assistance, which you get from Bark. Aura is also more difficult to disable than Bark and gives you much more than just parental controls, with additional features for identity theft protection and credit monitoring. In terms of cost, however, Bark wins for being both modestly priced and for allowing you to monitor an unlimited number of devices and profiles per account. But determining which is the better of the two products for your family really depends on your family's approach. If you prioritize communication over control and want your child to develop healthy boundaries, then Bark stands head and shoulders above the competition for the way it encourages open dialogue and mutually agreed upon boundaries over strict controls and privacy invasion. So as far as what my personal experience has been with using Bark, I always want my kids to have clear boundaries so that they can have autonomy within limits that we set as parents. And what I like about Bark is that it's less intrusive than other similar apps. Bark is big on encouraging communication rather than leaning in on control features to keep your kids safer online. So they give you less outright control, but more monitoring capability. Admittedly, there were instances when I wished that I could exercise more control and guidance within the app. So I'd suggest that if you have a troubled teen or a child whose behavior necessitates more assertive intervention, then maybe Bark isn't the one for you and you might want to check out Aura. However, big pluses for me with Bark included unlimited device monitoring and a very comprehensive message monitoring feature that scans all your kids' emails, messages, and documents for the content you've designated to be flagged. Though Bark doesn't always work reliably, and I've had some trouble toggling apps on and off in the program itself. What also may deter some parents is that it doesn't give you access to all text messages, just those that have been flagged for harmful content. But Bark does send alerts for issues like bullying, self-harm, and sexual predators, and you get a copy of the alarming content along with helpful advice on how to handle the situation. Okay, so the bottom line is my overall thoughts on Bark are that it's more than worth the price of a monthly subscription because it encourages a proactive approach to online safety and includes really robust features for location tracking and screen time management that can be implemented on an unlimited number of devices. For me, it's been a very good investment for the well-being of my family and especially my kids. Okay, that sums up this review. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. And if you feel like Bark is the right fit for you and your family and you want to check it out, please use the affiliate link that's down in the description. It won't cost you anything and you'll get a bit of a discount, like I mentioned, that you wouldn't get by going directly to their website. As always, I appreciate hearing your thoughts and I'll try to get back to any questions or comments that you leave down below as fast as I can. Finally, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and I'll see you in the next video.